Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jyoti D. Gulwani with Research Methodology 1. We have started with chapter number 4, Observation and Experiment as Primary Data Collection Technique. Under that there are three methods: observation, survey, experiment. We have started with observation. Observation is what? That is a systematic viewing of a specific phenomenon, and it includes both hearing and seeing. Now, today we are going with the classification of observation methods. That is, different types of observation method. So, under that, there are 6 types. Number 1 is structured versus unstructured observation. See, as I said in the last video, what is observation? आपको किसी एक कैरेक्टर को या तो ऑब्जेक्ट को या तो सब्जेक्ट को ऑब्जर्व करना है. You want to observe a particular element. What is observation? That means not only you have to hear, but you have to see them also. Now, number 1 is structured versus unstructured. Structured means what? Structured observation is used when the research problem has been formulated precisely and observer have been told specifically what is to be observed. मतलब पहले से आपने डिसाइड करके रखा है, you have decided that what exactly you want to observe in your element. Take for example, suppose if you have decided that you want to observe the mentally disabled children's. Now, what do you want to exactly observe in that mentally disabled children's? To see exactly what activities they are doing in that full day, what is their behavior in a particular situation, which kind of food they prefer, and when they get aggressive. These all things, if you have decided priorly that it is to be observed, then that is known as your structured observation. जो भी चीज़ें पहले से डिसाइड होती है कि आपको ये चीज़ें ऑब्जर्व करना है, दैट इज़ नोन एज योर स्ट्रक्चर्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन. दैट इज़ प्रायरली डिसीजन व्हाट इज़ टू बी ऑब्जर्व्ड. एग्जैक्टली यू हैव टू ऑब्जर्व दैट थिंग्स ओनली, देन यू डोंट हैव टू ऑब्जर्व अदर थिंग्स दैट व्हाट इज़ गोइंग ऑन इन सराउंडिंग्स. Then number 2 in that is unstructured observation. The unstructured observation is what? It implies that observers are free to observe whatever they think is relevant and important for the study. Whatever they think that yes, I want to observe this, so they are observing that particular thing. Suppose a journal that a teacher keeps to record personal impression of how a class is going on. That is what unstructured observation. Here, a teacher is not deciding that what is to be observed. Whatever things will come, he or she will record that all the things into the personal records. Then a written reimburse of interaction with one or few students that are being tackled over time. You can say कोई भी चीज़ें इंटरेक्शन हुआ है स्टूडेंट के बीच में, जितनी बातें होती हैं, अगर आप उसको रिकॉर्ड करते हो, देन इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन. तो इन शॉर्ट, व्हाट इज स्ट्रक्चर्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन वर्सेस अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन? Whatever things are decided priorly before doing observation. Unstructured observation, that is whatever comes across the observer, they are free to observe whatever thing it is relevant according to their study. It becomes the unstructured observation. Now, number 2, disguised versus undisguised observation. In case of disguised observation, the subject don't know that they are being observed. This type of observation is often preferred because it is because it is a fear that people may behave differently when they know that they are being observed, and it may be difficult to completely disguise an observation. डिस्गाइज्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन इज़ वॉट? जहाँ पे आपके सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट को कुछ भी पता नहीं होता है दैट दे आर बीइंग ऑब्जर्व्ड. उनको पता नहीं होता है कि आप उनका ऑब्जर्वेशन कर रहे हो. दैट इज़ नोन एज योर डिस्गाइज्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन. Undisguised observation, that is when your subject or your object knows that they are being observed. Now, as I said that why disguised observation subject don't know, because you can collect the accurate data. If your subject don't know that they are being observed, so you can collect accurate data because they will behave only in their natural manner. While in undisguised observation, where your subject don't know that they are being where your subject knows that they are being observed, so at that time they are not going to behave in their natural manner. So this is what disguised and undisguised observation. Next is natural versus laboratory observation. This is another way of doing the you can say that observation. Another way to classify the observation is on the basis of their setting in a natural or laboratory. Observation in field studies are in the natural setting and therefore undertaken in the realistic condition. Means if you haven't created anything and if you are doing observation where already things are existed, that becomes your natural observation. And if you are creating any artificial setting, and in that artificial setting if you are doing observation, it becomes laboratory observation. Take for example, if you want to do research on the McDonald's customers, then if ऑलरेडी यू गो इन टू द एग्जिस्टेड सेटिंग, मतलब मैकडोनल्ड्स जहाँ पे अवेलेबल है, इफ़ यू गो देयर एंड इफ़ यू आस्क देयर कस्टमर्स रिलेटेड टू प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ मैकडोनल्ड्स, देन इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी if you observe over there the customer, then it becomes the natural observation. Means McDonald's is already available there and by going there you are observing the customer, then it becomes natural observation. What is laboratory observation? McDonald's is not there, you are creating artificially culture like McDonald's in one room. You are doing all the setup, table, chairs, fully lights, everything. If you are doing setup, and over there if you are inviting certain people and to eat and to discuss something about McDonald's product, then that becomes laboratory observation. So natural and laboratory observation means what? If already settings are available and in that existed settings, if you do observation, it becomes natural. Laboratory, that means you have to create certain artificial setting. Next is direct versus indirect observation. In case of direct observation, the event or behavior of a person is observed as it occurs. जैसे ही वो होता है, कोई भी इवेंट आप वैसे ही उसको देखते हो, then it is known as the direct observation. Indirect observation, that is after completion of a particular target. If you indirectly observe it, then it becomes indirect observation. Take for example, for direct observation, at the time of exam, if students are observed by the teacher during the examination only, then it is known as direct observation. Indirect observation, that is after completion of the exam by the videography, if you check the students that who have behaved misbehaviorally or who have done certain malfunctioning, then that is known as your indirect observation. Direct observation at the time of event only, indirect observation after completion of the time if an event is observed. Next is human versus mechanical observation. A human observation, that means which is done by the human being. Observation which is done by the human being. You can take the example of the watchman who is sitting outside your building, then that becomes your human observation. Or in short, you can say that observation which is done by only human being, it becomes the human observation. Mechanical observation which is done through the machines, electronic devices like camera, audiometers, then videography, photography. These all are the electrical devices. If observation is done through this mechanical devices, then it becomes the mechanical observation. Last one is participative versus non-participative observation. Participative observation, that is, the observer or the researcher himself or herself participate in a particular study, then it becomes participative observation. अगर आप खुद रिसर्च कर रहे हो और आप भी अगर स्टडी में इंक्लूडेड हो, then it becomes participative observation. Non-participative observation, where the observer or the researcher do not participate in the event, it becomes non-participative observation. So repeating again this classification in brief. Before that, there are three methods of your primary data collection: observation, survey, experiment. We have started with the observation. Observation is a viewing of a phenomenon under its natural setting, and it includes both hearing and seeing. There are 6 methods of observation. Number 1, structured versus unstructured, that is, before doing observation, if everything is planned that what is to be observed, then it is known as structured observation. And when nothing is planned but whatever come across the observer, if he or she observes all the things and if they think that it is relevant to that topic, then it is known as unstructured observation. Number 2, disguised versus undisguised observation. Disguised, that is where your subject don't know that they are being observed, उनको पता नहीं होता है. Undisguised observation, that is they know that they are being observed. Number 3, natural versus laboratory observation. Natural, that is under the existed natural setting. If observation is conducted like in school, colleges, in forest, in garden, these all things are existed. If observation is conducted under this natural setting, then it is known as the natural observation. When artificially setting is created and in that particular laboratory setting, if observation is conducted, then it is known as laboratory observation. Direct versus indirect observation. Direct, that is at the time of event occurrence, if observation is done, that is known as direct observation. Indirect observation, that is after completion of a particular event, if observation is conducted, then that is known as indirect observation. Human versus mechanical observation. Human observation, that is which is done by human being only, it is known as human observation. Mechanical observation, which is done through the electrical devices. Next one is participative versus non-participative observation, where the researcher or observer himself or herself participate in the event, that is known as the participative observation, where researcher or the observer does not participate into the study, it becomes the non-participative observation. So today we are completing here only with our classification of observation method. In the next video we will go with the next question. So till then, stay tuned. Goodbye.